Welcome back. This is Packet Tracer. I'm going to give an introduction to, or an overview of what you call Packet Tracer. Packet Tracer is a Cisco network simulation tool. It's for people who can't really get their hands on real routers or switches or devices. They can actually use this tool as a training ground. And I'll just give you a bit of an introduction to how it works. It's a typical Windows type of environment where you can make a new packet tracer from here. You can open old ones, you can save them, you can even print the screen, copy and paste, zoom in, zoom out, change colours. This icon here I rarely ever use. That's just basically just for changing items. But the important items that we usually deal with are down this side here and across the bottom here. And the most important items that we'll be dealing with is end devices and routers and switches. Each of these icons here you'll see bring up a list of items. If I click on switches, I get a list of switches, and I can scroll across here and I go all the way down to a bridge. And if I click here, I've got hubs, different types of wireless devices. This particular icon here that looks like an electric strike, that's for cables, and we have all different types of cables for different purposes. We have straight throughs, crossovers, console cables, optic fiber, serial connection cables for different purposes, and this particular item here, which is an automatic connection. So in other words, I can use this when I just connect two things together quickly without having to think what type of cable to use. It'll make the decision for me. Moving down here, we have end devices. The most important thing here is we have these quite a few devices here, but the most important one will be the generic PC and the generic server. And I'll just grab a generic PC and put it on the screen for you. We also have WAN emulators, which I'm not going to deal with today, custom-made devices, which I won't be dealing with, and multi-user, which is for a more advanced class. So I've already dragged a computer onto the screen here, and just to show you what's inside this thing, you just double click on it, and we've got three tabs here: physical, configuration and desktop. The physical will tell me what's inside the computer, so I can see this computer here, I can see it's plugged in, and if I turn it off, I can physically turn it off, and I can drag new cards onto it and take them off. I can turn it on again, and then I can have a look at the configuration. I'll leave the configuration alone today. I'll talk about that some other time. But the desktop is the most important one that works with this particular device. We can change the IP address. I can do DHCP or static. I can write the IP address in here physically. I can look at terminal. I can create a terminal connection. So if I want to set up something on a router using a terminal connection, I can use this device here. We have access to the command prompt. I can even look up web pages. So it's got a lot of functionality that simulates a genuine computer, where you can actually test the network thoroughly once you've established it. The other device, which is also just as important, is the router, which I'll explain in further videos, and the switch, which I'll also explain in further videos. So there you have it. We have three devices that will make our life more important, and of course, to hook them all together, we use our automatic cabling. We'll show you how to do things a little bit more advanced in the next video.